Hey guys, Crafty here, and I'm doing a top 10 today, even though those are things I don't usually do, but if you guys like them, I'll do more of them. So yeah, let's just jump straight in. This is the top 10 scary / creepiest things in Pokemon. Let's go. Coming in at number 10 is Cubone's Pokedex entry. This is more on the sad side than the creepy. Let's just take a look at what it says. It wears the skull of its dead mother on its head. When it becomes lonesome, it is said to cry loudly. So yeah. It's also called the Lonely Pokemon. Wait a minute, so does that mean, since it wears the skull of its dead mother, if you breed a Marowak to get a Cubone, does your Marowak die? That's kind of a loophole in the Pokedex. Let's move on to number 9. Coming in at number 9 is this dialogue. Do you believe in ghosts? If you select yes, it says, really? So there are believers. If you go back and select no, it goes, I guess not. That white hand on your shoulder? I'm just imagining it. What makes this one even worse is the fact that white hand actually comes from a creepypasta. I don't exactly remember which one it is, but all I know is it does. And there's another thing that's creepy about this, so let's move on to that, and this is still part of number 9. What makes this even creepier is this clip. Here's the picture of the same scene, and as you can see, white hand is clearly right there. Right over Red's shoulder. So yeah, I guess let's move on to number 8. Number 8. Litwick. Just his Pokedex entry. Alright, in black it states, liquid shines a light that absorbs the life energy of people and Pokemon, which becomes the fuel that it burns. While shining a light and pretending to be a guide, it leeches off the life force of any who follow it. And that's just in black and white. Let's just read the other ones. Its flame is usually out, but starts shining when it absorbs life force from people or Pokemon. While shining a light and pretending to be a guide, it leeches off of the life force of any who follows it. Litwick shines its light that absorbs the life energy of people and Pokemon, which becomes fuel that it burns. While shining a light and pretending to be a guide, it leeches off the life force of any who follow it. Litwick shines a light that absorbs the life energy of people and Pokemon, which become fuel that it burns. So yeah, it's stealing your life. And that's pretty creepy, and that is literally its Pokedex for every generation it's been in. So yeah, let's move on to number 7. Coming in at number 7 is Ninjask. Wait, not Ninjask. Shedinja. I don't know how to pronounce his name. You know the Pokemon you get when you involve Nincada and you have an empty Pokeball in your slot. Not in your slot, in your party. That Pokemon. Shedinja. Not Ninjask. Shedinja's body I can't talk. Shedinja's hard body doesn't move, not even a twitch. In fact, its body appears to be a mere hollow shell. It is believed that this Pokemon will steal the spirit of anyone peering into its hollow body from its back. Let's read Sapphires. Shedinja is a peculiar Pokemon. It seems to be unsought in a Pokeball after Nincada evolves. This bizarre Pokemon is completely immobile. It doesn't even breathe. A particular Pokemon that floats in the air, though its wings remain completely still. The inside of its body is hollow and utterly dark. And Fire Red and Leaf Green entry is just a most particular Pokemon that somehow appears in a Pokeball when Nincada evolves. Let's go down to some more. In Generation 4, Diamond and Pearl and Platinum's Pokedex says, a discarded bug shell came to life. Peering into the crack on its back is said to steal one's spirit. On Heart Gold and Soul Silver, it says, a strange Pokemon. It flies without moving its wing, has a hollow shell for a body, and does not breathe. Let's move on to Black and White, and Black and White 2, which is Generation 5. A discarded bug shell came to life, peering into the crack on its back, stealing spirit, and that's a ditto for Black and White 2. And no, that's not a Pokemon joke. It says the exact same thing, see? Ditto. That's funny. Alright, let's move on to Generation 6, just so you can see what all of its Pokedex entries say. Alright, in X it says, a discarded bug shell came to life. Peering into the crack on its back is said to steal one's spirit. A most particular Pokemon that somehow appears in a Pokeball when a Nincada evolves. Shedinja's Shedinja's hard body doesn't move, not even a twitch. In fact, it appears to be merely a hollow shell. Yep, that's the exact same entries from Ruby and Sapphire for you. Let's move on to number 6. Oh yeah, by the way, in battle, when you use Shedinja, you're looking into its back, so your trainer has no spirit. Number 7. I mean 6. Coming in at number 6 is Hypno. I'm just going to read these ones. I'm going to go straight to Fire Red and Leaf Green. Which is the ones I'm looking at. Just like Cubone, it's very disturbing. It's not sad, it's just disturbing. When it locks eyes with an enemy, it will use a mix of psychic moves such as hypnosis and confusion. In yellow says, avoid eye contact. If you come across one, it will try to put you to sleep using its pendulum. If you lock eyes with it, it will try to hypnotize you. It is best to close your eyes quickly before you get hypnotized. Alright, so yeah, let's go on to Fire Red and Leaf Green's Pokedex. Alright, we're focusing on Fire Red, which is right here. That's its Pokedex entry, so ignore the other two. So yeah, Fire Red says, it carries a pendulum-like device. There once was an incident where it took away a child. And in Fire Red and Leaf Green, there's this one part of, like, after you beat the Elite Four, where you have to go save a child who's been taken away by Hypno. Ready to eat for everyone, Pokemon! Let's move on to number 5. Boy, are we getting into the creepy side of Pokemon today, aren't we? Alright, let's start off with Diamond. The antenna on its head captures the radio waves from the world of spirits that command it. I'm not sure if it's a typo or not. That command it to take people there. It is said to take lost spirits into its pylon body and guide them home. Exactly where's home? This feared Pokemon is said to travel to worlds unknown. Some even believe it takes lost spirit along with it. Time for Black and White. It is said to take the lost spirits into its pylon body and guide them home. It is said to take lost spirits into its pylon body and guide them home. Yep, that's exactly a ditto. Ditto again. What are you doing here, Ditto? It is said to take lost spirits into its pilot body and guide them home, where we heard that before. Ditto again. Ditto, get out of here. Right, so Y is the antenna on its head captures radio waves from the world of spirits that command it to take people there. That's a ditto from Diamond and Pearl. The antenna on its head captures radio waves from the spirit. Yep, that's a ditto from Y. And it is said to take the lost spirits into its pilot body and guide them home. That's a ditto from Black and White. So yeah, creepy. Let's move on to number 4. Jeez, Dustclop. We just talked about your evolution, and now we're talking about you. And next is your pre-evolution, so let's go with this. Dustclop's body is completely hollow. There's nothing inside it at all. There's nothing at all inside. It said that its body is like a black hole. This Pokemon will absorb anything into its body. Nothing will ever come back out. Maybe we don't need to talk about the other evolution. Huh. Oh well. Dustclops absorbs anything, however large the object may be. This Pokemon hypnotizes its foe by waving its hands in a macrobay manner and bringing it into a single eye to bear. I believe there's a typo there. Shouldn't that be apostrophe? Whatever. I wanted to point that out. I'm not a grammar Nazi. I just want to point that out. I was just reading that and it didn't make no sense. The hypnotized foe is made to do Dustclop's bidding. It is thought that its body is hollow with only a spectral ball of fire burning inside. However, no one has been able to confirm this fact is a theory. This theory is a fact. Other way around, you know. Its body is entirely hollow. When its mouth opens, it sucks everything in as if it was a black hole. Its body is hollow. It says that those who look into its body are sucked into the void. It seeks drifting will-o-wisps and sucks them into the empty body. What happens inside there is a mystery. Anyone who dare pierce into its body sees a spectral ball of fire and will have their spirit stolen away. It seeks drifting the will-o-wisps and sucks them into its body. What happens in their mystery? And of course, Black and White 2 entry is just a ditto of Black and White. So let's move on. Do we really want to read the next generations? Yeah, we do. Let's go. Alright, so X and Y. Anyone who peers into its body will see a spectral ball of fire and will have their spirit stolen away. I have a feeling I read it somewhere. Yep, that's a ditto from Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Its body is hollow. It is said that those who look into its body are sucked into the void. That's a ditto from Diamond and Pearl. So yeah, and then Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, theirs are the same as Ruby and Sapphire. So let's just move on. Oh, by the way, this thing evolves into I think it's Dusknoir by having a Reaper's Cloth. And the thing is, they take spirits to the underworld, so they're the Grim Reaper of Pokemon. So yeah, let's move on to number 3. Actually, we're moving on to number 4. Sorry, I get confused by this, so let's move on. Alright, we're focusing on Fire Red, so So Fire Red, right here. Read the highlighted. It happened one morning. A boy with extrasensory powers woke up in bed, transforming into Kadabra. So it's like this. A boy falls asleep, wakes up and he's like, "Oh, I'm a Pokemon now. Let's go run around the wild." Wait a minute. Kadabra is just a boy turned into a Kadabra. I wonder, did the parents catch the Kadabra? Or did they just let go of it, not realizing that their son was gone? I don't know. Let's move on to number 2. Number 2's Cacturn. If a traveler is going through a desert in the thick of night, Cacturn will follow in a ragtag group. The Pokemon are biding their time, waiting for the traveler to tire and become incapable of moving. They're gonna kill them and eat them. Alright, so that's enough said about, actually, Fire Red and Leaf Green is kind of interesting. You know what, let's read a little bit more. There we go. Alright. It becomes active at night, seeking prey that is exhausted from the day's desert's heat. It lives in deserts. It becomes active at night and hunts for prey, exhausted from the desert's heat. That's exactly not the same as that one. Sort of, maybe. Packs of them follow travelers through the desert until the travelers can no longer move, and then they eat them. Alright, let's move on to number 1. I really didn't want to put Lavender Town on this list. Just what the NPCs say there, and all the stories about it, even just the theme. Let's jump over to Pokemon so I can show you what I'm talking about. Alright, let's start. Alright, so there's, first of all, this girl, which I already talked about for like number 9. Do you believe in ghosts? Yes, really, so there are believers. Do you believe in ghosts? No. Haha, I guess not. That white head and shoulder? I'm just imagining that. And there's him. Ghosts appear in the Pokemon Tower. I think they're spirits of the Pokemon that the Rockets killed. This town is known as the Great Set Pokemon, and the memorial services are held here too. Oh, it's not these people? Well, it's mainly that girl right here. And then it's also the channelers in here when you're battling them. Oh yeah, and this town implies... Watch. I came here to pray for my dearly departed Clefairy. Sniff, sniff, I wash away in tears. This implies that Pokemon do die. Repeat. Pokemon these creatures right here do die. Yeah. They do die. So yeah. They die. Have fun knowing that you killed your rival's Raticate. Or you might just put it in a box to use. Because Raticate sucks. So yeah. See all these gravestones. All Pokemon gravestones. The music's just plain out creepy. The rest of it's filled with like fog and stuff, and it's full of ghost Pokemon. And just listen to the music. But then again, I already talked about the music once. And let's go in the houses just to see what they say. Actually, no, let's... No. I know there's like a creepy house in here somewhere. The ghost of the Pokemon Tower is gone. Someone much to smooth the rest of the spirit. Yeah. So basically, Team Rocket killed a Marowak. The Marowak contacted the Pokemon Tower. This is a volunteer house. Oh yeah! And in Heart Gold and Soul Silver and Golden Crystal, they turned the Pokemon Tower into a radio center. Let's see, there are a bunch of graves of departed Pokemon here, but hey, I like my music, so let's turn it into a radio tower. That's probably what I thought. So yeah, guys. Number 1, Lavender Town. I'm sorry. I really tried to not put Lavender Town on this list, but it's a combination of the creepy stories, all the creepy pastas, and just the lore. And apparently there were, according to creepypasta, there were high-pitched noises that only, in like the original Japanese games, that only children could hear. But hey, that's not true. So yeah, guys, that's the end of this top 10. Take it away, Crazy Crafter. Guys, now you guys know about the dark side of the Pokemon world. Pokemon can die. Some Pokemon are extremely creepy, and Cubone wears his Sculpt's dead mother. Well, that's my little setup, and there's me in the mirror. So yeah, guys, that's all for this top 10. If you want to see another top 10, tell me down below on what I should do a top 10 of. I kind of have another one planned, but it's up to you guys. Plus, it's probably not a good idea, because I don't really even get past number 10. So, yeah. See you guys. And thanks for watching. Goodbye.